One of the tactics of shaitan is that shaitan causes you to burn out. And that's why when the Prophet ﷺ in the month of Ramadan, this is a hadith in Ramadan, when he saw some of the Sahaba overdoing it, when he saw some of our own mothers, the mothers of the believers, when they would try to spend the whole night awake and they're not used to it, and they would start falling asleep, and they would tie a rope to the masjid roof, right? And this is in the month of Ramadan, because they feel they need to go all out. And the Prophet ﷺ rebuked them gently. He said, I command you, this is a hadith, I command you to worship Allah only as much as you have the ability to do so. عَلَيْكُمْ مِنَ الْأَعْمَالِ مَا تُطِيقُونَ. However much taqa you have, that is your level of worship. So, O Muslim, again I say to you bluntly, do not fall into the trap of shaitan by expecting you to go from 0 to 100 in one night. That's not going to happen. Pace yourself. Be realistic. You have to go to work the next day. You cannot function on 2 hours of sleep, 3 hours of sleep. So be realistic. Yes, sacrifice a little bit of sleep. Ramadan nights should not be like pre-Ramadan nights. But don't sacrifice the whole night of sleep, especially the first 20 days. Maybe the last 10, if you're able to a little bit more, okay. But definitely not the first 20. That's not going to happen. Don't think you can do so much Quran that after a while shaitan says, I don't have time for this. Start small, because actually another tactic of shaitan, you burn out the first 10 days. By the time the last 10 comes, you can't do anything. No, it's the other way around. You are in for the marathon, not the sprint. Ramadan is a marathon, not a sprint. Meaning, you will show your best at the end of the race, not the beginning. And so start with what is reasonable. Now everybody has a different level of reasonability. For some of you, maybe 5-10 minutes of Quran a day is more than what you do right now, and that's reasonable. For others, you are doing 30 minutes, do it 1 hour. The point is, you raise the bar to a reasonable level and get used to this the first week, the first 10 days. Then the next 10 days, raise it a little bit more, and then the sprint will happen the last 10 days. The last 10 days, you will give your 110%. There is no other season of the whole year that you will give more than the last 10 days. How will you have energy the last 10 if you spent up all your energy the first 10? Do not do this. Raise the bar as much as you can and be consistent. Be consistent. The Prophet ﷺ said, the best of all deeds is that which is consistent, even if it is a small amount, a reasonable amount. So be consistent and increase in multiple arenas. In your, most importantly, your salah. Every one of us, the quantity and quality increase. Whatever your salah is, the quantity and quality should go up. And then your Quran. Every one of us, whatever it is, the quantity and quality should go up. And then your dhikr and dua. Whatever is your current status today, tomorrow night you need to increase 20%, 30%. And then the middle 10 months, another 10, 20%. And then the final 10 months, you will give, the 10 days, you will give it 110%. The final 10 days, you will give the utmost that you can. But you save yourself. You make your practice in that level. And all